A Reese's Pieces.
Gross.
Here we go.
Disgusting.
It's like one day, it's fine.
Bro, is there mold on that?
In one day?
I just feel like that's wrong.
It's not gonna grow mold just because what was it? It was right here on the plate.
No, man.
It's Colorado. It's Colorado.
It's dry here. Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back to Late Night Chat. We're discussing some New Year's resolutions, some Christian content recommendations, and this year's top movies coming out. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I know a few of them off the top of my head, and I'm excited to hear your New Year's resolutions in the comments below. All right. So we need to name our segment. We good?
We're just laughing.
We good with the intro?
The hopefulness of your comment.
I am hopeful this week.
We expect
What?
Sleigh sign's not on.
Oh, I gotta get this light. Hold on.
That was dramatic.
Oh,
I mean, you gotta do it.
I forgot the blue
You
lights
gotta
too.
do it, man.
Welcome to last week's episode. Will make up for it though, cause I color corrected it and it was, it was so blue.
You might have noticed that last week was so corrected that we did.
We
not correct it.
overcorrected last week, so we have no blue lights this week. Okay. Who has some Christian content or any content that God has taught you through in the last since we've met? It's been a while. Rihanna, you mentioned you have something. You're up first.
I love how you
You're
said-
back for the first long form episode.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, so I have one called The Maverick Podcast. Can I just read the description?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so it's very short. It's a sentence. It says, "The Maverick Podcast explores the unexpected journeys of spiritual seekers as they buck cultural norms and religious expectations to follow Jesus." So this podcast is really cool because it's different than other ones in the sense of it's a storytelling type of podcast. But the first season is based out of Central Africa, and it just is talking about someone that was a Muslim and then they become Christian, and then basically their journey of how that goes. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. How long has it been going on? Is it a lot of episodes?
I think the first season has 8 episodes. So
Okay. And there's one season?
Yes, there's one.
An easy binge. An easy listen. Is it video?
It's not video.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can drive safely while you listen.
Exactly.
Unlike this riveting visual show we have here, where you have to watch every single second to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just listen to that. Nice. Mine's also a podcast. I think a lot of what we're going to be recommending is podcasts. The podcast where we recommend other podcasts. It's a great business model.
Check those out. Tune in later.
Mine is obviously a classic. It's The Bible Project. I think we might have already done this one. We might get into some repeats. But I thought, New Year, I'm going to start listening to The Bible Project again with whatever I'm reading. Because I've covered a lot of the Bible, and they have the videos on each of the books of the Bible, obviously. But then, whatever videos they're making now, they have the podcast where they talk about, the behind the scenes and, their research and, what they are thinking about. And, when I started driving less during COVID, I stopped listening to it and I never got back into it. I'm driving again now, more than I was.
He's a driver.
I'm back. I'm a driver. And I got my license renewed. We're good. But yeah, I haven't gotten back into listening to them. But I think this year I'm going to start listening to them more. And we did, at our church, a year-long partnership with them that started in March.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I haven't been very up on keeping up with the reading. So if you're Mark Davies and you're the writer of that program, sorry, I have not. I'm in March 29th is where I left off.
You made it 29 days. Great.
So I got a little bit to catch up on before March. New year, new me, same year of the Bible. I'm going to catch up on that, listen to the Bible Project, and then I've got another Bible reading plan. This is my other suggestion. I just remembered it. It's called the Daily Audio Bible. If you get anything from this show, you should listen to, from this week's episode, you should listen to that podcast because he's so smooth and he just reads off the Bible and then he talks about it a little bit. His name's Brian Harden. I think this is his 15th year of doing the show. I'm going to find it. Daily Audio Bible. And it's free. He's got an app. and you just listen through, and he just reads the Bible. It's so soothing. Oh, I gotta sign in here. I didn't do it last year, and I didn't get through the Bible reading. One of the first years in a while I haven't done the whole Bible in a year, and he makes it so nice and easy. So this is today's, and you just gotta hear his voice. Oh, we should get Brian Harden on the show. That would be iconic. I'm gonna work on that this week. Here we go.
But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you.
You know it is.
Oh my gosh.
You know that's what's that. It's you can right out the door. Okay, those are my two. Wow, I thought of that one on the spot, but that's the best because it's the first, or it's by the time we post this, it's the 6th, and you can catch up because they're like 20 minutes. So, double up for a week, and we'll all get through the Bible in a year. Cheers.
I'm gonna try to do the Bible in 90 days.
No, for real?
Yeah, for real. It's like 16 chapters a day.
Are you
though.
serious?
Yeah.
I feel like, wait, you're doing it, so you're doing it by chapter?
Yes, chronologically.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
some chapters are short and some are long, so are some, is it
Right.
equal, or is it just gonna be like,
It's not
you're stuck
equal.
you're in Psalms and it like goes like that, and then you're in like,
Yeah,
Matthew.
that's a good question.
Matthew,
I've
you
only
read like
looked
half
at
of
the
Matthew
first
one day,
day.
yeah.
I've only looked at the first day, so it was like Genesis 1 through 13.
It's January 2nd today,
Yep,
and you're on track?
because I started it today, so yes.
Nice. I am 2 days behind for the Daily Audio Bible.
Perfect record.
You ruined that today because we went rock climbing.
That's my fault.
Yep.
You didn't wake up early.
No
enough to
responsibility. I was planning on it, and then I laid down and I was like, let me just play some worship music. And then I was
read.
like,
2 hours later.
I gotta go. And then I was late to coffee anyway.
Yeah, you were.
Alrighty. So,
Wait, you listen to the project Bible project. You don't watch it because there's a lot of good videos that go along with the Bible project.
the videos are what they're discussing making on the podcasts. Does that make sense? So the podcast is like them being like, we're gonna make a couple videos about hope and like the word hope or whatever. And then they talk about that for like 6 weeks. And they like talk about like the books they've read and like it's like an in-depth study about the videos. And then the videos is a lot of times I think direct quotes from the podcast that they like make highlight videos out of and like take little excerpts from the podcast to make into the little spoken word videos that you
That's
see.
awesome. That's really cool.
But like it's like the extended cut of that. Like, you know how you see like there's a 4-hour cut of Thor Ragnarok or Thor Love and Thunder. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
I can't imagine watching that movie for twice as long. That sounds horrible.
I've only watched half of it, so I can imagine what.
You got through half though?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? You didn't watch
No, I heard it was bad.
it? Did we talk about movies this year? Or did we talk about New Year's resolutions first? Toby, you're the director. You pick it out. What we're talking about next.
Left. All right, we're going.
Which one was
It's not hard.
which one was left and right?
No, it's
Let's
about taking left turns. and
I
how
think
difficult
right
they
was
are.
New Year's resolutions and left is.
New Year's resolutions first?
Movies. Yeah.
Said left.
All right. So
No,
let's
we're
do
doing
movies.
books first. I mean,
We're doing books.
I like books.
Doing both.
We're doing movies first.
Okay, movies first. Let me Google.
Books is my New Year's resolution.
This is a hype year for movies.
Hey.
This video is sponsored by A-List. A-List is $21.99 and can be purchased through the AMC app.
Wait, that's what we should actually talk about. Should I buy A-list?
No.
Yes.
Actually, you hang out with them a lot, don't you?
Yeah,
We never see movies though.
I know,
because
that's true.
they're expensive, and
They are.
a ticket to Avatar is $25. Are you kidding?
That's cheaper
was
than Top
25.
Gun Maverick.
Really?
$36.
You did not.
I didn't go because it was $36.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where?
I
But
never-
everyone else went.
Where?
I'm like, where are y'all
Somewhere
going?
in like Harkins or something. I don't know.
Are you
Oh,
kidding
Harkins
me? Harkins was
Theater.
$36 for
Yeah, I
Top
didn't
Gun?
go.
That's crazy.
I'm losing my mind right now.
It was like a long time ago. I literally was so upset. I texted Ray Lynn. I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah, I'd freaking sue them.
You should
Are
do
you
it
kidding
with
me?
I sued
AMC.
Ray Lynn.
He sued the person who invited you to the movie
Yeah.
instead of the movie. Perfect, okay.
I got
In this
$36.
economy. I found a list. Here we go. I'm gonna hit the highlights of what I'm excited for. I'm not gonna read every single movie.
Okay.
Thanks.
We don't have time for that. The cameras only record for 30 minutes. Okay, this one's for Rihanna because I asked her if she knew any movies
No.
coming out. and she only knew. She only knew a man called Otto.
Oh, I've
The
heard
dumb
that.
Tom Hanks movie coming out that looks so boring.
I saw that.
I'm sure it's
commercial.
gonna be great. It seems like,
She's like hyping it up.
Tom Hanks, if you're watching, we're sorry.
it seems heartfelt. Okay. What can I say?
Okay.
It's
Well,
a family movie.
play a clip of the show. No, we're not gonna do that. Sure. They don't pay us enough for that. They don't pay us at all. Toby's like losing it.
Our director.
You're allowed to laugh.
When does Avatar 3 come out? Next year?
No, but they have filmed it.
Cool.
So it's for sure
Oh
gonna
yeah,
come
because the
out.
kids need to be the same age. He doesn't want the kids
Oh,
to
really?
age like Stranger Things.
Okay, no, one kid is Sigourney Weaver, so I don't feel like that's a huge deal. What I believe that you heard that, but James Cameron,
There's other
what?
children in the movie.
One of your children,
Wait. There's other children that are actual children.
but it's
Not
the
you.
whole point of the movie is that it's a CGI fest. So why does it matter what age the kids are? Because you can do any. Those movies are magic. That's the whole point of it. Did you see it, Thor? So this is a quiet week for Thor. I was trying to rope you in.
No,
He's just like,
did not see
Who's the one person not drinking coffee?
me, but I feel fine, guys. I swear.
Okay. No. Jesus Revolution comes out February 24th.
I can't see.
wait, do you what thoughts
Okay,
on
perfect.
that?
Join me. I'm just gonna
What
kneel.
is that?
Cocaine Bear?
What?
Oh, also Cocaine Bear on the same day.
So you guys are seeing Jesus Revolution. I'm seeing Cocaine Bear.
That'd be a funny video. One of us sees Jesus Revolution and one of us sees Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
And one of us sees
I'll
Ambush.
see Jesus Revolution.
Or you see Cocaine Bear. I'll see Jesus Revolution.
Okay, I'll see.
Guess who plays a hippie in that movie?
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, from
But
the Chosen.
From The Chosen.
But
We'll spotlight that once
controversy.
it comes out. But controversy, yeah, we gotta get the controversy to get those views. Dungeons and Dragons comes out, which is how I feel about the movie, how I just said that.
Yeah, seems kind of.
That looks incredibly mid. I don't know how you feel about Dungeons and Dragons relating to your spiritual walk with the Lord. But regardless, it looks like a pile of garbage movie. Doesn't look stupid. Chris Pine's like playing a little flute. It's like, are you
Wait,
kidding?
really?
That's how I feel spiritual.
That's how he feels
By
spiritual.
playing the flute.
By watching Chris Pine play the flute.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Creed 3, I'm actually pretty hyped about that. It's literally
Wait, that would be good.
Killmonger fighting Kang.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's a good ticket right there. The two best Marvel villains fighting each other. I saw Creed 2, haven't seen Creed 1.
You should probably watch the first one.
I've seen Rocky 1 and Creed 2.
I've seen half of Creed 2, if that makes you feel better. And nothing
I feel so good now.
good.
What else? In March. So we're still in March. Wonka.
Is that
That's another one
Charlie
I
and
don't
the
feel
Chocolate?
like is actually accurate on this list because we've not even seen a trailer for that. Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
None of these movies are like, wow, amazing.
We're only in March.
Oh,
Give it
okay,
give it
okay, okay.
Shazam, more mid. There's a chance that still gets shelved. They've shelved the Batgirl. There's a chance they shelve this because there's executives at Warner Brothers that are trying to like find tax write-offs and stuff. It's a big long story. That's a weird way to sum it up, but the fastest I can do that. John Wick 4. I've not seen that. Any of those? Have you
Well, I've
those?
seen them. Yeah, they're like just action and non-stop action for like a puppy dying. It's literally the story of John Wick. Is he has a puppy and it dies and then he's mad because the mob, like the crime organization he works for, is responsible for his
She
puppy
goes
dying.
off, right?
Yeah, he like snaps. And just
They make a lot of money.
yeah, I mean
People like to see it.
yeah, Keanu Reeves, he's someone you don't want to mess with apparently.
I know.
You don't want to kill his dog.
The
well,
Keanu
honestly,
songs
don't
were in.
kill any man's dog. Is the moral of the story.
I do think that's probably the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Given your description.
Yeah.
to the crime syndicates out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Period. We're to April.
How many Fast and
Maybe we
Furious
just
are they gonna
go-
make?
Fast and the Furious 10.
Stop it.
I think it's
Get some
Fast
help.
X. I think they're calling it Fast X or something like that.
No, they need to stop.
SpaceX, the final frontier.
There's just drag racing spaceships.
Now this is pod racing. There's a theory that Dwayne Johnson is the franchise killer I saw on TikTok because he joined the Mummy franchise. He had a spinoff, it killed it. Joined G.I. Joe franchise, killed it. Joined the Fast and Furious, kind of like split it apart, got a spinoff. That did well. Hobbs and Shaw actually performed pretty well. But now Fast and Furious is like peaked, going downhill.
Yeah.
So he's killing that. Like, joined DC. That was the final nail in the coffin for Black Adam. Do you want to share?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm gonna go back once we're done.
You're good. You can chill there. As long as
Yeah,
you chill.
I'll be back when we're done with movies. I just want to see what movies you're looking at.
Super Mario Bros.
So
That looks
That
good.
might
what's
be
disappointing is
worth it.
they don't have the actual voice actor for Mario. It's someone else.
Everyone's mad
It's
about
Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt.
Yeah.
Everyone's mad
Yeah.
about Chris Pratt.
I wanted to hear him go, "It's the spaghetti. Hey,
He's never
Luigi.
said that in the game though.
Hey, Luigi.
It's a me.
It's a me. It's a Mario." He doesn't sound like that
I'm
anymore.
the
He just
problem.
sounds
It's
like
a
a
me.
homeless New Yorker.
Oh.
Yeah, the voice
Yeah.
is bad. I
Yeah.
am not a Chris Pratt hater. There's plenty of them out there. But I am not loving that casting decision.
Yeah.
It's
I
kind of a
mean-
bad rap.
If it starts with him being in New York, being a construction worker, because that's how Mario actually started.
They're gonna
Like, if they do that, then that would make sense. But yeah,
like the live action movie.
yeah. But I don't. Well, whatever that is, I thought it was CGI.
This
animation.
is animation, but there is
Yeah.
a live action movie where I think that's the plot.
Stop it, Nintendo. Just make more video games.
The Ark and the Aardvark. Is that a Christian movie? If it is, we're gonna
watch
you
it.
bet your britches we're doing a review.
It literally says like I like how it says the Ark and the Aardvark, but then
Ambient
Wait, can we see the
entertainment.
picture of it?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll do a
wow.
screenshot so we can all see it. I don't
Is it
believe
RH6?
this is a movie. I'm really
what
skeptical of
is this? I feel like this is fake.
I'm getting a little
They're
screenshot.
wrong. They put the wrong movie up there.
May is where it starts to get good, which is normally true for movies.
Right, because summer.
We've got Guardians of the
Nobody
Galaxy
likes the
and
worst.
Little Mermaid both coming out in
Okay,
May.
that will be.
I'm hyped for both
great.
of those.
Yeah.
I've been excited for Little Mermaid for like 4 years. They announced it in,
I know that.
they announced it in 2019.
Literally.
Isn't that insane? Yeah, 2019. Isn't that insane? 4 years later?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when you sign contracts for like crew and stuff. I don't know when that happens, but I think it's pretty early on. So you like get that contract signed. All of COVID happens, and now your movie's coming out in like 4 years later. That's a long time.
It takes a long time sometimes.
Pixar movies like always take that long.
Yeah. Well, it's animation. It takes twice as long.
But like, that's a real long time. Guardians of the Galaxy, pretty hyped for that. That's just, I'm just so excited. I don't know where to start ranting about that, so I feel like it is better not. You know?
Sounds good.
It's like, yeah,
We'll talk about it later.
We'll get to it. June, Spider-Verse, Transformers,
Transformers.
Elemental, The Flash is on here twice, sure. I'm not
fast
loving
it's
this
on there
list. He looped us. And Indiana Jones, all in July. All in June. I know my months.
June, July, tomato.
We've already talked about Transformers on this show.
The
The Light Side of the Moon.
Transformers.
It's that one's good. I was like the perfect age for those movies when The Dark Side of the Moon came out.
Okay.
Okay. Indiana Jones. That's hype. I'm excited that Harrison Ford actually wants to make a movie for once. A movie he's been cast in. He always hates the movies he's in. He's like, this sucks in all his interviews. We love that grumpy old guy. July is Mission Impossible 3.
Never watched any of those.
This is
Wait,
just
Mission
a
Impossible
terrible
3.
list.
There's already a Mission Impossible 3.
7. I know my numbers.
3 and 7 are
The same
similar,
thing.
sure.
Sure.
And then you got the number 7.
I'm going to July because also
What
I know
is that?
Oppenheimer? Oh,
Oppenheimer, which I heard they actually used real nuclear bombs to
gosh.
film, so it's like unhinged.
Crazy.
It's unhinged. Christopher Nolan has only ever made movies for Warner Brothers, and because he got mad about how they released Tenet on HBO Max too soon and didn't give it enough time in theaters, he was really mad about that. So he left Warner Brothers, and so now he is Thor in this shot? I just thought of that. Okay, cool.
No, I've been out of the shot the whole time.
I just thought,
a
what
ghost.
if you're halfway in this? Because we didn't. Okay.
He didn't make certain.
He leaves Warner Brothers to start filming. For I think it's Sony, and so then what does Warner Brothers do? They released Barbie on the same day that he's gonna release Oppenheimer. The two most
Wait, stop.
opposite movies of the year. A black and white movie about the creation of the nuclear bomb. And Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling and Barbie. His
Gosh.
is the most opposite two movies you could possibly counter program each other with. And
Ken, nice.
it's like the duel of the year, like the showdown. So I'm pretty excited. I'm probably gonna see both on the same day, which is
would.
just I totally would. I'm excited. I think that's in July. Man, my
Maybe I
list
do
is
need
the
A-list.
worst. This I told you the video is sponsored by A-List. Yeah, Friday, July 21st is when that goes down. And then the Marvels is the 28th. And that's got Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau from WandaVision, and Miss Marvel from Miss Marvel.
Which movie?
The Marvels.
That's what this movie's called. July.
Okay, August is did anybody see the Meg? The shark movie a couple years ago?
No.
That was when I first started getting into like seeing movies in the theaters, and I saw it like three times, and it's not that good. It's totally worth seeing, but not 3 times in theaters. So I'm excited for the second one.
Movies, man.
It's supposed to be. It's like modern day Jaws, basically. All right, August. Yeah, I'm not seeing a ton of stuff. Blue Beetle. Okay, September. Wow, Equalizer, The Nun 2. Expendables 4. Okay, you know what? Cancel your A-list for these months because there's not a ton of stuff going out.
You got Paw Patrol. What do you mean?
Is it? Paw Patrol could exist, it says. Saw.
Nope.
These are all October. Saw comes out on my birthday. Bums.
Let's go see it.
Dune. Jacob, you've read Dune. You've read the half
thought
of
that
Dune that the
already
movie was
came
about.
Yeah.
And then you gave up on the book?
So boring.
The book?
Yeah.
The movie?
Slightly.
Also, yes.
Yeah. It was. I like the audio.
In November, Chicken Run 2 comes out.
Oh.
So you like the audio.
It was so good in Dolby, you know?
Trolls 3. Oh, Hunger Games President Snow origin story comes out in November.
Are you serious?
Isn't that insane?
Wait, that's actually something worth seeing.
You're gonna
out
see
of
the
the
President Snow
whole-
origin story?
I'm gonna go see it. Are you kidding me? I'll be the
Period.
first one in that theater.
Oh my gosh. I'm the only one.
That and then November is when Trolls 3 comes out. December is Wonka on this list. That makes more sense in my brain because that
Yeah.
is. We haven't seen any trailers or anything.
Who's Wonka?
Guess. You can do it.
Come on.
And here's the clue. He's not Tom Holland.
Oh gosh.
You can do it based on that one clue.
Andrew Garfield.
Oh, no, it's not a Spider-Man. He's the actor that if he's cast in a movie, it's either Tom Holland or this actor.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh.
Because
Oh
Dune guy.
yeah.
Because of
Dune guy.
course he, well, that was too good of a clue, so I wasn't going to say that.
I didn't know his name.
No, Timothy Chalamet is in every movie that Tom Holland's not in, and vice versa. Like, they're like the same person.
Except he could be
Aquaman
Spider-Man.
comes out in December.
Are
A
you going
Quiet Place
backwards?
Part 2, A Quiet Place Part 3 comes out at some point. And
Two? Isn't there already a second set Quiet Place?
did I literally just say 2?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 comes out. I'm literally looking at the number 3 right now. Legally Blonde 3 at some point.
sorry.
These are undated.
That's what you're ready for.
I'm
I
just
was
kidding.
like,
I don't care.
you guys rag on me for
Is it
President
Reese
Snow.
Witherspoon in it?
Well, it says so. According to this
She's still
unnamed
legally
blog.
blonde?
She's dyeing her hair blonde.
illegally
Illegally blonde, yeah.
That's still legal?
Not everywhere. Oh, and I think
Direct-
Joker's supposed to come out at some point too. But anyway, that's this year of movies. Definitely less in the fall. But
I
the
just-
summer's pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Are you still think it's mid? Overall?
Yeah.
There are some bangers on this list.
Yeah, only the President's Snow one.
Oh my god.
That is quite possibly the hottest take we've ever had on this show.
I'm not saying
Your
so.
most anticipated movie for 2023 is the President Snow Hunger Games origin story. Are you kidding
The
me?
people want to know.
Katniss.
People.
You're the people.
I do-
I do. He was in it. It's the first Hunger Games. I start pitching it to myself. We're all going to see
You
it.
have to see it and rate it and love it.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the movie recap. My New Year's resolution,
Nice transition.
see
I know.
80 movies.
Please don't make that a trick.
I did that in 2019.
And what a great year that was.
It was awesome, actually. Freaking loved it.
That's great.
The reason COVID happened.
Yeah, I caused it.
Yeah.
80 movies.
I did see 80 movies in 2019. There were a lot of movies that year.
I probably saw at least 3.
Well, that's some. Well, that's something. No, but we're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions. Mine is to be. Well, a lot of mine have to do with like being more productive. So actually, the opposite of seeing movies.
Yeah.
All three of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Jacob, I'm holding back. I'm holding back right now from doing a New Year's resolution draft
No!
where we pick out the most cliche New Year's resolutions.
put 'em on
Number
races.
1, the gym.
that was
is
gonna be
the
my number
Number
one.
one cliche.
That was gonna be my number one
Obviously.
cliche. What's another cliche?
So we're doing it anyway.
No, we'll just leave a few. No. What are some actual ones people have? Mine is the gym because I bought a membership.
That's good.
Cheers.
I think mine should be the same though, because I have a membership
Mm-hmm.
and I've had one for a couple months, and I've been to the gym maybe 3 times.
It's hard to go. I go with friends, but then when like they're not going, I like have zero motive to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to go alone, even though I don't even talk to people when I'm there. Like if I go
Yeah.
with people, I hate just like going in. It's scary,
And intimidating.
and I have
Scary.
and yeah. I hate listening to music through AirPods, so a lot of time I just sit in silence and I'm just working out and like the radio. It's like
That is awkward.
it's so awkward. Honestly, if you're seeing this, then no, I'm not gonna make this a TikTok. I was gonna say then this is a TikTok and I'm doing my New Year's resolution of making more short form video. But I've talked about that a lot tonight as like I don't know. If I do more short form video for real estate, for my channel with Kristen, for this channel, like everything will perform better. You know? Like everything in my life is waiting on me just basically posting more TikToks and shorts and reels. So that's actually my biggest one.
Mine has to do with learning languages because I.
Ooh, little Duolingo over here.
That's my goal
Sponsor
is
us, perhaps.
to do the daily Duolingo for Spanish because I'm going to be traveling to Central America quite a bit for my job. And
Oh, that's
so
right.
they don't speak much English in the jungle where I spend a lot of my time, and so I need to know Spanish.
Is it different Spanish dialects? Is that the right word?
Yeah,
Like different versions?
I mean, I'm only learning one on Duolingo, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, they have different dialects.
In the different places you'll be going?
Yeah, I mean, probably a little bit, but I think that the underlying basis is good enough to
That's fair.
communicate.
I mean, it'll be better than nothing or just
Yeah.
English. Yeah. So, that's
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
That's good. Languages, I don't know. I've never been good at languages or geography. Two things I could. And reading the number 3.
And 7.
It's
Very
7.
convenient.
You're right, I did mess up
Numerals.
7 too. And Roman numerals, which is basically another language.
No.
Roman. Toby's dead.
I just, wow.
Oh, so maybe that should be mine, Roman numerals. Toby's like, I came with the face palms, guy.
It's so easy.
It's how do you do 50?
Yeah, what's L?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
L.
C. Rel? Oh.
See your
Thor, what's one of your resolutions? Earlier you said
What's
you
your
don't
favorite
believe in
one,
them.
Rob?
I mean, I kind of don't
Just
like
that one.
them. I kind of just like will think about it for like the whole month of January and then decide what I'm going to do. One thing I would like to do is get a better hold of my finances. Yeah, I think
Well,
that's
Dave
probably-
Ramsey up in here.
Probably a little bit of a cliche, I don't know, but yeah.
Very good. Very good. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's what he does on his radio show. To anything anyone says. It could be anything, and that's his greeting.
Very good.
Better than I deserve. That's how he always responds. How are you today? Good. How are you, Dave? Better than I deserve. That's every single clip. But I feel like we can't talk about that without Raylan, because Raylan and I will get into some actual fights about Dave Ramsey philosophy. And
Yes.
she's not here to defend herself, so I won't go off on Dave Ramsey right now. Just like spending habits, or just like you got some goals? Starting some big businesses?
No big businesses, at least not yet anyway.
Little bit.
But yeah, like just getting spending in order and then investing properly and things of that nature.
Ooh.
Because like,
Some
yeah,
crypto?
no crypto, no thank you, but other stuff.
It's working so well for me, though.
It is?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
That's
but yeah,
convincing.
Yes, spending and then being able to invest wisely. Because I've been, given a lot, blessed really, really well the last year, and I keep sitting there going like, why does it feel like I'm not making more money, even though I'm making like a lot more money than I did like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Inflation.
Well, that might be it too, a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I get you. You're like, at the end of the year, you're like, did I spend this much?
Yeah.
How? Yeah.
So.
I get that. Oh, we're covering all the bases. Trying to think of... all mine are on my phone, which is currently recording. So I'm having to do this off the top of my head.
That should be another.
But I kind of wrote down, memorizing them
memorizing your resolutions.
for next year.
For this
Kind
year.
of a lot of mine are... I don't know. I feel like I always have some that are predetermined in a way, like goals and stuff. You know, like for example, like last year, you knew you were finishing your PhD. Like I write down more goals than resolutions, I guess. You know, like I write down a lot of like stuff I'm trying to get done that year. I need to like subcategorize it because like one goal I have is to like sell 20 houses, but then like all the steps I need to do that. You know, which is
Yeah.
like a lot. And I wrote down like 45 big ones that were like sell 20 houses or what's our goal for t-shirts, Toby?
20,000.
Sell 20. Oh my.
20,000 t-shirts?
Sell 20,000 t-shirts and stuff like that.
I heard that watching 80 movies in a year helps.
Watching 80 movies in a year is step one for sure for all of us.
Wow.
You know what's crazy is that year was probably still the most productive year of my life. I got like 2 years of school done in that 1 year and got my real estate license and
Wow.
like that was one of the most productive years of my life.
can make it work.
And worked every single weekend doing Spider-Man parties. Like that was a busy year. So maybe that is the trick is 80 movies.
That's max like 240 hours of movies, which is only 10 days. So.
I had to do it in my head. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
One of my resolutions is to go to like a coffee shop or something like 3 or 4 days a week before work so that it motivates me to read more, like 30 minutes before, or for 30 minutes before I start work.
Go to a different one all the time?
No, the same one.
The same
Same.
exact one?
Yeah, get to know the baristas or
Oh,
whatever
nice.
and go regularly.
I heard you talk about that earlier and I just thought you said different ones.
Oh, that would be way too much work.
I was thinking that. I was like, that's kind of involved to like map a new coffee shop, how far it is from work, get there, get the coffee, try something new, you know?
I'd eventually have to leave Golden.
Yeah.
Be farther away from work than I started.
You're like driving an hour and a half out of your way to like get to the coffee shop. That would be a good podcast though. We go to different coffee shops and try different coffee every day,
Yes.
every time. Do a little
go to
mini
Dunkin'.
reviews.
Not Dunkin'. I would just say
Just go to
Dutch.
Dunkin'. Different Dutches and just like try something new.
The same Dutch. with
Every
different
day.
names.
Oh, a Dutch review?
Yeah,
It's actually so good.
I'm telling you.
I'm all short form video idea out. I got like 7 accounts I gotta take care of. But you should do that. Dutch reviews. That
I
would
should
pop
do that?
off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you started doing Dutch reviews, people love those. Do you ever see like Anna Starr on TikTok?
I don't know.
That's how she started. She only did like Starbucks reviews. And
Oh,
now she's like an
wow.
influencer and she's like $13 million or something like that.
That's crazy.
Probably more. I don't know. It's crazy.
pretty
But
wild.
like, you just gotta do one thing and get after it, you know? Like what we're doing. Different Christian content that is not our show to watch every week. We're gonna pop off.
Shout out.
It's gonna be great. Alright, well. What was our last topic?
That was it.
Oh, Avatar.
Oh,
I think we talked about it a little bit.
Avatar.
I liked it.
Completely transitionless. Our last topic of the day is our review of Avatar.
I liked it.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, dang it.
Didn't watch.
I did watch it, and I thought it was very worth watching. Like, it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I went and saw it.
I was bored for the middle. For a long of the middle.
I was not bored the entire movie. However, I
Yeah.
think that the story is one that now that I've seen it, I don't want to watch the movie again for another 2 years because it's just like, yeah, I already know it's exactly what's going to happen. Like,
It's the spectacle of
yeah, it's the
seeing it.
spectacle of seeing it for the first time.
And
It
I
was
would
great.
I would go with someone who hasn't seen it to like,
That's
You know
nice
what I
for
mean?
you. Yeah.
I would say
but I wouldn't just go see it again.
3
Yeah.
hours is pretty long for a movie. And you get a little bit antsy because you're just sitting there for 3 hours.
It is
But,
arguably too long
yeah.
for like what they could have cut.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an hour. Do we do spoilers?
Yeah, they could have.
No spoilers?
it's
We'll
too
do
early.
spoilers in a minute. Any other non-spoiler
minute.
thoughts? Thor? I don't know why I looked right at you. You're like,
My input on this movie I didn't watch. It's
oh.
about lizard people
I will
that are
say.
in the middle of DIA, underground. So that's where they casted Avatar,
I
is
love
underground,
DIA.
right? In Denver
It's the
International
Illuminati.
Airport.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's conspiracies.
I was gonna say I did like watching it in 3D because that was cool. But
The 3D is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Gotta see it 3D.
And did you take your glasses off at all when you were watching it?
no,
yeah.
Not for a second?
no.
Wow, that is incredibly disciplined to not. It's so long. Okay, if you took your glasses off at all, it's like not blurry.
Right.
It was so weird.
It
Yeah.
wasn't blurry.
The things,
No.
the main
Not like
focus
before.
wasn't blurry. Some of the background was like more blurry.
Oh, interesting.
So it was like pushing the 3D back into the screen instead of like pulling it forward. Is what my theory is. Completely unresearched. I think
We'll
it's.
take your word
I
for
think
it.
it's reverse 3D.
Oh.
D3.
1/3 D?
1/3 D. No, but I think the 3D is the best part about the movie for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
And I hope they start to make more movies with that type of 3D.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't dark, which was
I
one
would
of the
agree.
big things. It didn't make the whole screen dark, which I feel like 3D used to kind of do a little bit. And it didn't give me a headache. And that's what I've heard a lot of people say is that it didn't give them headaches. So I hope like more movies do that. And I hope movie tickets aren't always $25 or in some cases $36 because that is insane. But I do think that's kind of cheating for Avatar because if tickets are like automatically twice as much and then it makes that much more money, that like they always make so much money, but like the tickets are so expensive, you know?
But we'll pay it.
Inflation.
I know, and people do pay it. And I kind of, my overall thought about it is that it's just too hyped. Like overhyped. You know? Because it's just Space Pocahontas. At least the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the biggest movie of all time, ever. I kind of, my conspiracy theory is that it's not actually the biggest movie, the highest grossing film of all time. And now there's all these people that are like coming out and saying like, that they just like loved the first one so much and that it was just amazing and it's their favorite movie ever. And it's like, where have you been for 14 years? I haven't heard a peep out of you about it in like 13 years. But now there's all these people saying it's their favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
That's my other theory. Okay. I'm just going to cut I'm just gonna say, and that's our show. Let us know your New Year's resolutions, blah blah blah. And that's our show. Let us know your New Year's resolutions below.
Wait, no, you can't do that. You're just gonna cut to a transition of you going, and that's our show.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
No, it's perfect.
No, I
You'll
hate it.
watch it this
Every
week.
time I watch it every week, and I'm always like, that was terrible.
No, it's gonna be. This is the best
I
one
think
yet.
I
So.
just saw this
Oh,
one. I think
This is the end of our show,
You
right?
know what we should do? Is just switch seats.
That's
the end of the
it.
show, and it's just like,
You just go. I'm leaving both in.
I'm literally not gonna.
and that's the end of the show.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, perfect. I've got a whole plan.